I'm not gonna lie, that might be one of the best titles I've ever seen for a song. Idiot Wind. Oh man, what a classic, I can already tell. Hi guys, welcome to Lee Reacts. Hope everyone's having a good day. I know I am. We are back with Bob Dylan for our Dylan video of the week. We continue our listen through Blood on the Tracks. We've done basically 3 songs on side 1. We're going to be doing the last 2 tracks on side 1, and then we're going to be moving on to side 2 next week. Idiot Wind is the first track, and then You're Gonna Make Me Lonesome When You Go. And I doubt I'm going to be able to fit that in the title, so whatever, it'll just be Idiot Wind in the title. The first one was recorded in the December session of 1974, and then You're Gonna Make Me Lonesome was recorded in the September session in New York City a few months prior. And so far, this has been one of my favorite albums of his. It's been so interesting to actually, because he's very open about things, but like this is like really open. Like, I get why the album is called what it's called. Just from 3 tracks alone, you can literally feel it. The name of the album, you can actually metaphorically, figuratively, whatever you want to say, you can feel it in the song itself. I think that's fascinating. So, I'm interested. I know a lot of you brought up this first track in the last video, so let's go. If you want to subscribe to help brother out, click that icon right below my face. Leave a like, a comment, subscribe if you're not. It really, really helps. And Dylan playlist right there. Alright, here we go. Idiot Wind, Bob Dylan, 3, 2, 1, go.
Someone's got it in for me. They're planting stories in the press. Whoever it is, I wish they cut it out quick. But when they will, I can only guess. They say I shot a man named Gray and took his wife to Italy. She inherited $1 million, and when she died, it came to me. I can't help it if I'm lucky. People see me all the time, and they just can't remember how to act. Their minds are filled with big ideas, images, and distorted facts. Even you, yesterday, you had to ask me where it was at. I couldn't believe after all these years you didn't know me any better than that, sweet lady. Idiot wind, blowing every time you move your mouth.
Wow, I love the way he said that.
Blowing down the back roads heading south. Idiot wind, blowing every time you move your teeth. You're an idiot, babe. It's a wonder that you still know how to breathe.
Oh my god, bro. This is a diss track? That's awful.
I ran into the fortune teller who said, beware of lightning, let man strike. I haven't known peace and quiet for so long I can't remember what it's like. There's a lone soldier on the cross, smoke pouring out of a boxcar door. You didn't know it, you didn't think it could be done. In the final end, he won the war after losing every battle. I woke up on the roadside, daydreaming about the way things sometimes are. Visions of your chestnut mare shoot through my head and are making me see stars. You hurt the ones that I love best and cover up the truth with lies. One day you'll be in the ditch, flies buzzing around your eyes, blood on your saddle. Idiot wind, blowing through the flowers on your tomb.
Oh my god, Bob. Wow.
Blowing through the curtains in your room. Idiot wind, blowing every time you move your teeth. You an idiot, babe. It's a wonder that you still know how to breathe.
Oh, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
It was gravity which pulled us down, and destiny which broke us apart. You tamed the lion in my cage, but it just wasn't enough to change my heart.
Yep.
Now everything's a little upside down. As a matter of fact, the wheels have stopped. What's good is bad, what's bad is good. You find out when you reach the top. You're on the bottom.
Fire. Pure fire, bro. He is spitting.
I noticed that this ceremony, your corrupt ways had finally made you blind. I can't remember your face anymore. Your mouth has changed, your eyes don't look in the night.
This is wonderful.
The priest wore black on the seventh day and sat stone-faced while the building burned. I waited for you on the running boards near the cypress tree while the springtime turned slowly into autumn. Idiot wind blowing like a circle around my skull. From the Grand Coulee Dam to the Capitol. Idiot wind blowing every time you move your teeth. You're an idiot, babe. It's a wonder that you still know how to breathe.
What a line, bro. Fuck me.
I can't feel you anymore. I can't even touch the butts you've read. Every time I crawl past your door, I've been wishing I've been somebody else instead.
Hear that, bro.
Down the highway, down the tracks, down the road to ecstasy. I followed you beneath the stars, haunted by your memory and all your raging glory. I've been double-crossed now for the very last time, and now I'm finally free. I kissed goodbye the howling beast on the borderline which separated you from me. You'll never know the hurt I suffered, nor the pain I rise above. And I'll never know the same about you, your holiness or your kind of love. And it makes me feel so sorry. Idiot wind blowing through the buttons of our coat, blowing through the letters that we wrote. Idiot wind blowing through the dust upon our shelves. We are idiots, babe. It's a wonder we can't even feed ourselves.
That hit too close to home. Pure artistic dominance from start to finish. He's untouchable, bro. That was amazing. You're gonna make me lonesome when you go. I wonder if this is a follow-up.
I've seen love go by my door. It's never been this close before. Never been so easy or so slow. I've been shooting in the dark too long. When something's not right, it's wrong. You're gonna make me lonesome when you go. Dragging clouds so high above, I've only known careless love. It always has hit me from below. But this time round it's more correct. Right on target, so direct. You're gonna make me lonesome when you go. Purple clover, queen and lace, crimson hair across your face. You could make me cry if you don't know. Can't remember what I was thinking of. You might be spoiling me too much, love. You're gonna make me lonesome when you go. Flowers on the hillside blooming crazy. Crickets talking back and forth in rhyme. Blue river running slow and lazy. I could stay with you forever and never realize the time. Situations have ended sad, relationships have all been bad. Mine have been like Verlaine's and Rambo. But there's no way I can compare all them scenes to this affair. You're gonna make me lonesome when you go. You're gonna make me wonder what I'm doing, staying far behind without you. You're gonna make me wonder what I'm saying. You're gonna make me give myself a good talking to. I look for you in old Honolulu, San Francisco or Ashtabula. You're gonna have to leave me now, I know. But I see you in the sky above, in the tall grass and the ones I love. You're gonna make me lonesome when you go.
The duality of man, these two tracks. That song's a great kind of companion piece to the previous track. It almost feels like a coda to that track in a way. Wow. That might have been, like I said in the beginning, you know, this has been Bob's most lyrically, brutally honest. Even though he's always been like that for the stuff I've listened to, this one especially stands out to me as literally having blood on the tracks, like in multiple ways, you know. And I think I said that in the last video too, so I don't like want to repeat myself, but it is, you know, you can't let that not be stated that there literally is blood on the tracks. You can hear it, you can feel it. He's wounded. You know what I'm saying? He's lashing out. He's like a wounded animal in the corner. You know, he's lashing out in anger, but then he's also lashing out in pain and regret, and also looking back at, you know, how lonesome he's going to be once she goes. Even though she might be idiot win to him, she's still going to make him lonesome when she goes, you know? That's the duality of man right there in a nutshell, those two songs, you know? Like, you can talk all the shit you want and all that, like he did in the first one, but then the second one, that ache is still going to be there no matter what, you know? No matter how much bad blood or blood on the tracks there is between this said relationship, you know? There's always a way to clean it up, you know? Like, there may be blood, but you can either clean it up or you can bleed more, basically. And once you just keep bleeding and bleeding, eventually it dies, the relationship, because it's, you know, 1 and 2 together. Let's say you put A and B together and you get C. If A and B, you know, are bleeding to death, then C just disappears, basically, you know? And Bob, that was some of his most direct, oh my God, bro. That was like a diss track in a way. And he's done like tracks like that. I've heard him do certain tracks, but that was really specific and just, wow, man. He went for it with that one. He just let all that animosity, that pent up aggression that he probably never really vented about, never properly talked about. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. I don't know. But just like Lennon, in a way, it feels like Bob's music is his outlet, his therapy in a way. And he's so good at it, you know, like the way that he writes, it really resonates with people. Like no matter what your situation is or what you're going through, you can always compare your life and your story and what's going on with what Bob is talking about. And you can always, it's like he's almost singing the song to you. I think I might have said that before too. Like, I always feel like it's so personal. Like, he's sitting right in front of me playing these songs and I'm just experiencing them and he's just playing them for me personally. Like, that's how gifted of an artist this man is, he just completely and utterly dominates your ears. You can't take your ears off of what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? There was so much to that first track. Like, I read the lyrics like along with it. These are some of my highlights. What's good is bad, what's bad is good. You'll find out when you reach the top, you're on the bottom. That's so true, man. Like, no matter how high you climb, guess what? Once you get to the peak, that's just the summit. You're not at the peak. You're just gonna keep climbing. It's just this endless stairway that just keeps going and going and going and going. Sometime we gotta find the side door that gets us out of here, and we go take the shortcut. You know what I'm talking about. No, I don't. I noticed at the ceremony your corrupt ways had finally made you blind. I can't remember your face anymore. Your mouth has changed. Your eyes don't look into mine. The priest wore black on the 7th day and sat stone-faced while the building burned. I waited for you on the running boards near the cypress trees when the springtime turned slowly into autumn. Who the fuck writes like that, bro? Like, he's so good, man. Like, that's basically what it comes down to, this album. This is definitely his, and I've listened to the whole Highway 61 trilogy. We've done that on here, you know. This is his best lyrical content, and his best singing, I'd say, too. I've never heard his voice sound better than this album so far, and his lyrics have always been dominant, but here especially, they're just so pinpoint precise to certain, aspects of our lives and relationships and what we go through. He just like really calls upon a lot of deep-seated feelings and frustrations and anger and stuff that we have pent up in us, because relationships are tough, bro. Love is rough. It's the hardest thing you'll ever do. They say if you're an addict, you know, beating addiction is the hardest thing you'll ever do. Maybe, I guess. It's not easy, you know, definitely not easy. But once you get past the first year and you just try to actually keep your nose clean, like put a little bit of effort towards it, you'll be fine. You know what I'm saying? There's always going to be triggers. There's always going to be relapses, and you're going to go back and forth. It's just, that's what happens, man. I relapsed like 8 times. Like, seriously, I went to rehab treatment, I'll say. I went to treatment like 8 times. You know what I'm saying? And from like 18 to 26, and for most of those times, I didn't want to change, but then eventually towards the end, the last couple ones, I did want to change because I was tired of ending up in places like that. I was tired of being told what to do, what the fuck to eat. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just so much shit. But eventually, we got it all sorted out, and hopefully it keeps on trucking. So Blood on the Tracks, like I said, came out in 1975. It was recorded in 1974. 2 different sessions, one in September that was in New York, and one in December that was in Minneapolis, I believe, or Minnesota, something like that. The first one, Idiot Wind, was recorded in Minneapolis. He began writing it in the summer of 1974 after his comeback tour with the band. Dylan recorded the song in 74 and then re-recorded it in 1974 for the Blood on the Tracks one. Between the recordings, he often reworked the lyrics. So I guess there was a live version of it on Hard Rain, and then all the studio outtakes from the September sessions were released on the Bootleg Series Volume 14, More Blood, More Tracks, in 2018. No way that's what it's called, bro. More Blood, More Tracks. I love that. That's absolutely hilarious. Some reviewers have speculated that the song is a reflection on Dylan's personal life, and in particular, his deteriorating relationship with his wife, Sarah Dillon. Dylan has denied that it is autobiographical. Like the album it was included on, the song received mixed critical reception on release. Commentators have acclaimed both the lyrics and performance in intervening years, and the song was given prominence from some critics' assessments as one of Dylan's best, and I would totally agree with those assessments. That was lyrically and vocally definitely one of his most dominant tracks I've heard from him, and I've heard a lot on this channel, man. Definitely the best of all time. Like, Bob Dylan easily, as a single solo artist, there's not many that can touch him in a lot of departments, you know? He may have his shortcomings in other areas, whatever, bro, but for what he is good at, there's nobody that comes close. That's easy, you know, it's easy enough to say, but I think it's true, you know? There's everybody else, and then there's Bob Dylan. That's just, in the writing department, I've never heard somebody write so damn well. Maybe Paul Simon, you know what I'm saying? But, like, he is just so good at what he does, and it's kind of scary how effective his music is, because you just totally wrap your own life and experiences into his music, and it almost becomes like infused into your DNA in a way, and you'll never forget it. And I feel like that's the way Idiot Wind is going to be for me. That song is definitely the standout so far, other than the first track as well. amazing. So next week we're going to start side 2, which is going to be, once we get to it, Meet Me in the Morning and Lily, Rosemary, and the Jack of Hearts. That'll be next week. We've been doing this like 2 tracks at a time because it's a lot to digest. If you do more than 2 tracks of his, it's too dense. Like, there's too much to go through. Like, even this video isn't. I wish I had more time to talk about it, because I don't have more time to talk about it, though. The second track, like I said, it felt like a coda to the first track. It's almost like the flip side of what he was talking about in Idiot Win, because he said all that crap, but then he still missed her in the end. You know what I mean? That's just how it works, I guess. The grass isn't always greener on the other side. That's just what it comes down to. But there's all kinds of other metaphors and idioms you could say for said things, but I'm going to leave it at that. I thought his voice and the acoustic guitar, fantastic on that. So is the drums. The drums are really good in the second track as well. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of lost the instrumental in the first one because I was focused more on the lyrics. So when I give it a second listen, maybe like in the premiere, I'll maybe say a little bit more about like the instrumentation. But that one, someone had said to really focus on the lyrics for, and I'm very glad that I did, because man, that was very lyrically dense, but what a story he told, and it unfolded just so well. I was so engrossed in that. Wonderful. So I'll leave it at that. Thank you for watching. If you have any other recommendations by Bob Dylan, you can leave it down below, and let me know what your favorite Dylan track is, because so far, is it still, man, I guess it still is Mr. Tambourine Man from the Jazz Festival. Still, nothing has topped that performance. That is like the pinnacle of music right there, folk music. It's just so good, bro. But yeah, thanks for watching. I will see y'all later.